The team's income is looking very robust right now. It's time for you to have a think about our profit margin and what areas of the operation might benefit from that money.
Welcome back, everybody, to another F1 My Team, F1 23 My Team career mode. Apparently we have robust cash, but I see $1.1 million that we need to save for teammates. So let's get activities started, get some PR filming. Could throw in some team. Let's get rid of that for now. We get some sim racing event. Could get some team acclaim. Let's go ahead and throw some team acclaim in there. Then we'll throw in the department morale thing. So we got our messages. We get some extra deer R&D points. Let's take a look at those. Alright, we can do 2 simultaneous arrow upgrades now, so let's go ahead. We've been struggling there, so let's take one of those in the works. Also can work on 2 chassis upgrades. We might as well get some of these started. Need a few more points to start on another chassis upgrade there. I need some more for the engine. I want to see, we're already at the top for the engine. And let's see here. Not all that worried about the durability. I mean, I am, but I'm not at the same time. But let's see here. Let's go to the aero event. Let's see. Next Formula 1 driver has requested tour the aerodynamics department. It'd be nice to we'll go ahead and accept here.
Thanks for helping us.
And let me see here. I want to get something in the works for the marketing. I guess I should do something on durability as well. I want to get at least up to spec 1 on all of these, but we're running out of time here. Let's go ahead. Let's go with the cheapest thing we can get for the durability, get that up to spec 1. And then I will also...
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race.
Already getting close to what we need for what we need. We lost R&D points, but we gained team acclaim. I don't really like that, but oh well. Let's take a look here. I only need, what is that, 400,000 more to get an upgrade on the marketing department, and then there's nothing we can do with R&D now with having that dip there. A little ways off being able to do anything for the sponsors, and currently sitting in 13th for the standings. Let's just move on for now and choose time attack here, and that's right, we're heading to COTA as it's known. On here apparently it just says Texas. Even with being from the States, I'm not super familiar with this track. NASCAR also races here. That's somewhat new. I forgot to plug in my pedals. Where'd that cord go? Now that the pedals are plugged back in, let's restart the session. And hopefully the car should go now. Like I was saying, even with NASCAR running here, I'm not super familiar with this track. But I'd say more so familiar with this track than some of the others. So, just have to kind of see here what we can do. It's going to take us quite a while to get through this hot lap event. Oh, hush. As these S's are quite slow. Oh, it's going to take me forever to get around this place. As is indicated by the goal time, but still, when I'm running around these corners in this car, it just feels like it. We get a warning for multiple warnings. So you're not going to give me a penalty at all? I guess that's good to know. It's going to take us about 2.5 minutes to complete a lap around here. At least in this car. And that F1 cars, I'm not sure how long it takes. Come on, get down. There we go. And 2.5 minutes is actually the top end of what we can do per lap if we want to get any acclaim or money out of this event. I feel like we're still a long ways off from where I need to be, from crossing that finish line, nearing disqualification for multiple infringement. I didn't think I really did anything that time, but alrighty. 229. I think I can run a fair bit better this lap, as long as I don't disqualify myself. I like what they weren't going to do anything at first, so I wasn't taking them seriously. But if we're nearing disqualification, don't want to mess with that, as it could be a nice boost in some cash that we are going to desperately need as we try to get everything up to spec 1 in the facilities and try to save up some cash to be able to sign, either re-sign Piastri or maybe even sign an even better teammate. We'll just have to kind of see there. That could have been close in terms of disqualification. I think it's a better lap overall this lap. We'll have to see though. And I've got, for gold, I've got under a minute left now to get back to the start finish line. For a bronze, now I just have a minute as well. That was really close. Probably should have been disqualified there, but I guess it's all good. I don't think a gold is happening by any means. So we're still more than 12 seconds away from the start finish line. I didn't even go off track there. I'm not sure what it's doing. Definitely not getting the gold. Not even going to get the silver. And we're at risk of... We just barely got the bronze, I believe. Yep. So not a whole lot of cash or a claim gain there. So maybe it wasn't even really worth running that. But it does help us out a little bit. And now we'll head off, see what we can do on track with the actual car. As it's a sprint weekend,
The tech regulations are changing. There's a risk some of our hard work will be undone, so we need to mitigate it. As soon as you can, I want you to look at the developments we have and tell us what areas you want to invest in protecting.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Where is going to be affected? Oh, it's the chassis. We've got a whole bunch of parts at risk. How many weeks did we have remaining on that? 6 weeks. So we have till the end of the season to get all... I don't think we're going to be able to get everything redesigned. Oh no. Well, we know where all of our resource points are going from now on. And I've got to just start from the back on each of them so I don't lose any parts in front of it. Or from behind. So that's not going to do me any good. So it's not even like I can go for the expensive one first. The only thing I can kind of try to pay attention to is going to be which sections I'm pulling from. So still got 13 parts at risk. And now getting through all of the practice programs and stuff like that is going to be more important than ever. So let's head out to the track. We got race strategy, track climatization, and ERS management. Let's go ahead and head out to the track here. As yeah, that really starts to throw a wrench in things as well.
Okay,
And we just lost 500. Granted, I probably would have put it into another part, but we just lost 500 resource points to the aero department as well. So that definitely hurts a little bit as well. Need to put together some good laps here, especially since it's also a sprint weekend, meaning we lose a practice sessions to the sprint race, meaning we don't have one of the extra practice sessions to do a quick practice for. So it's going to be really important to complete these practice sessions, hopefully go green on them at the very least, and practice one. If not, go purple as well. It's going to be going to need to do as much as possible early here with some time lost with the sprint weekend. Doing pretty alright here so far. I'm going to constantly get in trouble for running that wide. But we're able to go green there, which is very good there. Only got one of the development boosts, but I'm not really all that worried with those for right now. Main thing is just getting the R&D points from completing the practice programs themselves. Because all those development boosts do are give us discounts off other parts, which we're not going to be focused on at the current moment. So, looking like a good run this lap as well. Just need to maintain. Car feels pretty good around here, as I think is shown in the delta time that I'm able to run around here. Make sure it gets slow. It kind of doubles back on itself here. I always think that corner back there is this corner right here. Oh, I lost so much time. It's going to be really close here. It's not going to happen this lap. As now I need to do better this lap so we can actually complete this practice program and hopefully go purple. We can still go purple on this thing. But I've got to stay consistent in order to make it happen. I have to, I believe, get through the next 3 laps in a row clean. So, going to have to really watch it during Sector 3 in order to make it happen. I got to avoid the snaps of oversteer coming out of the corners. It's going to happen. I had that really bad snap towards the end of the last lap, so try to get the car straightened out before really hitting the accelerator. For a little bit there, not as bad. Kept it going straight, didn't have quite the snap. Still losing a whole bunch of time through there, but not nearly as bad. Able to go green on that lap. Up to 20 points on the practice program so far. Botas, get out of the way, please. And thank you. May have actually gained a little time off that. Caught, I guess, a little bit of a slipstream. So I guess it works. I got down too low in the gearing. I lost a whole bunch of time because of that. So good, we're still in the green. Get into the throttle as early as I can. Find some oversteer, but I'm able to correct it. So really good corner there. Controlling the spin of the tires out of the corners. I'm starting to get a little bit better about it. Not great there. That's going to cost us a lot of time. Not as much as I thought, though. Need to be good through this corner right here. Lost a decent amount of time there as well. But I think we're going to be okay. I am. So went green. If I can do good on this lap as well, I can get to that purple. Bad first corner. I ran a little wide. We can make up some of this time. But I'm definitely going to have my work cut out for me. About 2/10 up at the moment. Lost a little bit of time coming out of that corner, but not much. Gaining now on the straightaway. We have the best powertrain unit on the grid. Good corner exit there. I'm doing really well out of that corner in general. Hopefully we can keep it that way. Lost some time out of there, but overall really good corner there from me. Made sure I really had the car pointed straight before I stepped on the gas too hard. Also a good corner there. And it's going to be purple for that practice program, which is really good.
Well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Track acclimatization, we actually got all 5 objectives on there. Track acclimatization, I think I should be able to do a purple as well. And hopefully I can at least get the green on the ERS. I'm not sure on that, but I should at least be able to get those done during the quick practices. I should be able to get through both the green and purple within the allotted time of a quick practice. So need to focus on getting through track acclimatization with a purple. Need to be better through turn 1 for sure. Let's take a look at the rest of the lap though. Few greens to the S's. That's going to be my only downfall, I think. Everything else, I think I'm going to be pretty solid with. Went down too low on the gearing there. Going to be okay though. We should get at least green this lap as long as I don't make too many more mistakes. We're over halfway to the green already, or that should be the green value there. I guess I'm not 100% sure. It does say purple, so I missed that one. Not great there. I should still be able to get to that number though with the amount of corner gates left, and I am able to. I'm not going to go purple this lap for sure. 500, need to get 580. If we get rid of the 2 corners that we completely missed, we should be really close here, even if they are greens. Because it's going to give us that chain bonus. Alright, I'm fine with Yuki, come on. Well, it's going to have to be next lap, I think. No damage from running into Yuki Tsunoda there, thankfully. I don't think I can go 580 here. Not with having missed the one corner there because of Yuki Tsunoda. I don't know why he's slowed up like that in that corner, but it really kind of hindered us there. So if I hit the rest of these, I may have a shot at that 580, but I don't think so. 480. We're going to get a little of a bonus there, but not enough. 470. Yeah, if we wouldn't have missed that gate, we would have been golden there. So need to stay golden here. Just gotta focus on not missing anything. For the most part, we're good. Just need to make sure not to miss anything. We can afford to have some green gates through here. That's fine. Just need to focus on not missing anything so we get that chain bonus. So we can get that purple that optimal pace for the practice program, in which case that gives us 75 extra R&D points. Let's see here, looking really good here through this section. Need to make sure I hit this one. Find what's going green through that one. That's perfectly okay. Find what's going green through that one as well. I'm fine with the green. That's only 4. We hit 605 on that lap. I'm not sure where we're at with the development boost, but again, that doesn't matter as much. Let's see here. We hit 4 out of 5 there. Let's go to the ERS management. We've got 7 laps left in the practice session. So only going to have one shot at this practice program. Not like we can go back through and try it again. And I'm not sure where I'm going to fall in terms of
the overtake button will drain the battery quickly, but it will also give you maximum power.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to do on this practice program overall, so I'll be quite interested to see here. I'm going to try not to really use it unless I absolutely have to in order to make up time. So as long as I can keep it in the green in terms of the delta, I'm not really going to touch it, because I think most of the time loss is going to be from just me making mistakes. I used a little bit there to help push me back up into the green delta. It's going to want me to use some here, but I think I'll be alright not to really have to use any. Looks like we are going to be okay. I'd rather let that get up to a purple and make up some time getting out of some of these corners. If I need to towards the end of the lap, I can always use a little bit of that ERS to help make up for some of the time. So I do have a few bad corners through here where we lose some time, but it's going to be really close whether or not we get this lap it's going to be really, really close.
Program complete.
Got the
Job well.
optimal there. Very nice. Probably went a little wide through the last corner.
That run, so come on back to the garage and I can
But
take
got
you
it.
through the numbers.
We got 4 out of 5 there. I can run those during quick practice. I'm not going to be worried about those. Those were easy enough to complete.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Go ahead. Guess we can accelerate the time. And that was a phenomenal practice session.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3 who are
to run
Verstappen,
to get optimals on all 3 of the practice sessions. I only missed out on 2 development boosts there. Let's enter the workstation. Let's see here. I can't do anything yet with the R&D points. Have to wait until the end of practice 2, but then I'll dump those straight into whatever. I'm going to be running whatever activities I can as well to try to get R&D points, stuff like that. That's where our focus has to be right now in order not to lose a whole bunch of parts going into next season. Chassis was definitely our most upgraded department, and it's the one that got hit, of course. So, and quite frankly, I'd forgotten all about regulation changes. I thought about it, I don't know, about 10 or so races ago, and I went, and it wasn't even during a recording, it was, I was off doing something else and I thought about it. But I'm like, don't need to worry about that for right now. We're a ways off, and then now it has blindsided me completely. So, really good sector 1 there, I felt like. We'll have to see if the lap time says the same on that. Not the best corner there, but we're alright. That sun is really bad, even though it's just in game. Our teammate has the fastest lap at the moment. I'm not sure if that's just because he was the first one out or what's up there, but we may be really good here as a team because of the fact that we have one of the fastest cars on the grid. This is still a very high speed track, so could definitely play to our favor there, and could possibly be looking at some points here. On my run, what it put me in 5th there. Let's see where it puts me here. I'm in 6th currently. I think that's going to be enough to push us into Q2 for sure. Everyone's run a lap. Just need to stay into 16th. We're in 9th currently. Piastri is in 20th. So maybe not as good as I thought there. We'll see how far we fall here late in the session. It looks good. I think we actually both made it into Q2, which is good. Let's take a look here. We did, out qualifying Piastri in Q2, or in Q1, sorry, by 14 thousandths of a second. Let's move on to Q2. I think that's actually the first time both Piastri and I have made it past Q1, so let's go out for another lap. It's going to be hard to beat that lap I just put in. That was a pretty solid lap. A few mistakes I could probably make up for, but overall pretty good. get the run in here. See what sort of work we can do. Sun's even lower now, getting some bad glares. That's going to be really bad going down that back straightaway. But it'll be all good. Trying to get the good run down this front straightaway. Really punched it out of that corner. Being quite punchy with the throttle overall, and just kind of catching the oversteer. Maybe got down a gear too low there at the end of the S's. I think we're okay though. We'll have to see what the lap time says. Snap oversteer there. Got to the throttle a bit too early. Actually, it looks like a really bad lap by Perez. Weren't we running 34s just the session before? Yeah. So Perez had a really bad lap. He was a 135. A few more faster laps set there after Perez. That's kind of weird that, I mean, we're in the lower half of the 134s and Perez was at 135. I'm not sure where at in the 135s, but still technically over a half second off. Cross the line, and let me see here. I'd like to get into Q1, but I'm not sure if it's going to be possible. Since 6th and 7th right now for the team, we still got a few people who have not set a lap. I guess Perez wasn't too far off of Piastri and I, just below us. It's going to be tempting to run another lap here just to stay in the yeah, we're going to have to run another lap here. I want to head out now. I want clear track. I want to make sure I've got enough time and clear track to make it out. My only worry is that we're going to get locked up by some of the people that head off of pit road as we head down into turn 1, but hopefully not. Let's get a good run down this straightaway. We do have some people coming out here. That was my only worry. We've got 3 people going to be right in front of us. Yuki, I swear, do not get in my way again. Okay. Otherwise, you'll have one coming from you. We're already 4/10 down from our first lap. Just gotta keep her cool, you know. I can't get out for another lap. Yeah, we just got bumped. We got a wake of dirty air. We didn't get bumped. How did that happen? Wow. And Perez ends up setting the fastest lap. Alonso makes it through. I'm surprised that we didn't get bumped, so I guess now on to Q3. I'm a little less upset with Alonso now, but still, that was not very cool of him to just kind of park it. He just needed to get out of the way there, but we've got someone up in front of us, probably Alonso. Let's give him a little bit of space here, as much as we can. We'll let up here a little bit. Actually, we're in the middle of the McLaren sandwich. I should give him enough space. Perfect. Especially since he's going to be on a hot lap as well. I don't feel great about that run down the front straight. That should be all good. Oh, I way overdrove turn 1. That's going to be a bad lap. Maybe I run 2 back-to-back. That may need to happen, because that was a really bad first corner. Not the greatest through the S's there either. Perez with the fastest lap made it out already. I'm going to have to run 2 back-to-back. I don't like doing that because usually my second lap is not any much better. By any means, we're usually quite a bit slower that second lap, but we're going to try it here. That's a good corner there. I just don't feel like maybe it's the sun or I don't know. Car does not feel quite as good here in the session as it did in the first or second sessions of qualifying. Bad downshift there. Apparently I can run wide there. Currently puts me in 8th. Going to run another lap. I've got to. That first one was really bad. As I just made up 3/10 in one corner, essentially. Probably waited a bit too long on the throttle there. I upshifted too much there. It's all good. I lost a lot of time getting to that corner. Decent drive out of it though. It's going to be close whether I improve much or not. Not as good through there. Better drive off here though. I was allowing the car to slow down more, get through the corners better. Keyword there was. Nope, that's going to be way too wide. Wow. That's going to be a little bit better. I ran wide those last couple of corners, but I can't do much else there, I suppose. No, I'm going to sit. We're going to sit in 9th and 10th, I believe, unless Piastri overtakes us, which wouldn't be the end of the world. We're going to be the backside of the top 10, which is all good. Plus, we have the sprint to try and make up some positions.
It's time to remind ourselves once again
so
top 3.
let's head to the we have the second practice session. Didn't we just have a sprint? That seems kind of odd. Where do we have a sprint at? Did we just have a sprint at Qatar? Seems like it. I can't remember. Let's try to get these development boosts in, I guess. It'll help us out for next season. I would assume those roll over season to season, but I guess I don't know for sure. Let's get all those resource points in. Hopefully, Piastri should do better. But let's see here. I'm going to get those started right away. Let's see here. Let's go to the workstation. Messages. Slim possibility of some rain in the sprint. Actually, we're quite high in the overall standings for the chassis department. And now we've got how many parts at risk? We've got 9 parts now. And I mean, we've still got thousands of points worth of development still to develop. We've got 2 more in the weight redistribution, 4 in the weight reduction, and 3 in the tire wear. So we'll have to keep focusing on that moving forward. Not going to touch anything else for the rest of the season unless we can get through all of that in time, in which case we may throw in 1 or 2 smaller developments before the end of the season, but don't expect much there. So let's head to the sprint now.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Russell, Sainz, Perez, Verstappen, the owner driver, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Ocon, Tsunoda, Liam Lawson, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Bottas, Albon, Joe, Ricciardo, and Logan Sargent. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Right, mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
Oh, we will. We are going to be on the soft tire for the sprint, same as usual. Let's get up to the optimal RPMs here. Quick release flare. Let's try to get down to the inside here. Nope. Never mind. Made some contact there, but all good. No wing damage, I don't believe. We do not. As we're up into the top 4 here, making some gains on the McLaren's just up ahead of us. Put in the neutral to get slowed down all the way, but we were up into 3rd. Fernando's going to have a huge run on us though. We may have the most engine power, but we do not have the most aerodynamic car in the field. Able to hold him off though, as I don't think we're going to be able to touch Norris or Hamilton. here, but we may, it looks like we could sneak out some points here from the sprint, as the top 8 will get points. Would be nice to get some of those here. It looks like Piastri's a bit far back to be able to get any of those so far, but we'll have to see how he finishes the race as well. A goal would be kind of get beyond the scope of DRS from Alonso if we can. It may be a bit tough, but he's going to be way faster than us with the DRS. So if we could do that by next lap, that would be really nice. Not the best through the S's there, as we are really starting to struggle through there in general. Alonso's going to have a run up the inside, just braking early, making sure we get the corner made right, rather than Alonso, who took a dive, trying to set himself up for failure there. So it's going to be a massive pack behind us by the end of this sprint, but we're just going to try to hang on. It would be nice if Alonso gets caught up in a battle back behind us, as it's Leclerc now who is behind us. Again, it would be nice if Alonso would kind of battle with him, kind of keep him back, because I don't think I'm really going to be able to compete in terms of overall car performance compared to Leclerc. But I guess we'll kind of see here. Norris has the fastest lap, and we're going to have DRS now this lap. DRS was not activated for that straightaway that time, because the DRS line is just before the start-finish line. So that was not in play on that straightaway. Good job through the S's that time. Even though we're red on the sector, I mean, we're a little bit worse in terms of time. Still, that felt like my best run through the S's for the sprint so far. We're going to go defensive here against Leclerc. He's likely going to get past, get back into a slipstream. We send it all the way down into the corner. Re-overtake there. Ran a bit wide through that set of corners. Oh, big step over to there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a battle here towards the end of the sprint to hang on to positions, especially as Leclerc is going to have DRS down the straight now, and along with the slipstream, he is going to be very fiery. No, he's not able to really do anything to us there, as much as I thought he would be. So, still okay there through the S's. Still not great. Not as good as last lap, but okay there. Leclerc is going to have a great run on us down this straightaway with the DRS and slipstream. We may be fighting off Alonso here late. Oh, and he got around the inside. It's alright. Just going to make it a bit harder there. We're able to get done though with the late lunge. And if we can just do that next lap as well, if we can hold them off that long and make that lunge, work through there. Again, next lap, I'd say we're okay to stay on the podium for the sprint. I don't think we'll really provide them with an opportunity to get past this after that main straight. So let's go defensive down here in turn 1. Should be able to make that happen as Alonso's going to dive it up the inside. I think we've got the run. We do. I feel like Alonso poses a little bit less of a threat than Leclerc does, but I suppose that could be wrong as well. I haven't really looked at the car charts except for where we're at, so I suppose the McLarens could be ahead of the Ferraris in terms of car performance. I'm not sure on that though. We get a decent run there off the corner, but they're still going to have DRS. We're going to go defensive. Get back in the slipstream. Make a dive here. Stayed clean there. No contact made. And Alonso and Leclerc are now battling, which is exactly what I need to happen. Ran a bit wide there. Not a great set of corners there, but it's going to work. Not a great corner there either, but we're going to make it work. And we're going to be on the podium for the sprint, bringing us up to 3rd place for a starting place in the race. And we get 6 points for the sprint there. So we get driver of the day as well, and it'd be a very nice showing here from COTA, Circuit of the Americas. But yeah, let's move on to the race and see what we can do there.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself, 14 miles southeast of the city centre, has been home to the US Grand Prix since 2012, the latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside of the great city of Austin. This is a 3.6 mile lap with 20 corners, 10 to the left and 10 to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have the owner driver, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Perez, Sainz, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Liam Lawson, Tsunoda, Stroll, Hulkenberg, the owner driver, Bottas, Magnussen, Joe, Albon, Ricciardo, and Logan Sargent. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Alrighty, so both Piastri and I are in good position to make it through into the points for this one. Kind of a weird strategy here, I guess, going mediums to hards, and even a possible two-stop strategy could be in play for some of the cars. So I guess let's head to the race and see what we can do here. may be able to make an overtake into turn 1 to try to take that lead. But I would not expect to hold it. We're going to go 3 wide down into turn 1. I way overdrove it. Oh, and Norris gets to the lead. We'll see if we can overtake him just like we did Alonso on that first lap of the sprint. I don't know, I think Norris is quite a bit faster, and I'm goofing up the S's. Get into it a little bit with Hamilton there. Need to make sure I'm not going to throw away a good result though as well. We dive our nose down in there just probably a little bit too late there. And we may be helping Norris to a huge win here, but we'll have to see. I'd like to be able, kind of like my plan was for the sprint, kind of just create a gap to the cars behind us, but I'm not sure if that's going to realistically happen, just because we are a bit slower and shouldn't necessarily be running up here. And there are 2 really good spots for them to overtake us at on those straightaways with the DRS later in the race. We'll have to see how all that plays out. There's a little bit of a gap back to Sainz from Alonso, so we'll have to see how that plays out. And we'll have to look out for the 2-stop strategy. I'm definitely not going with the 2-stop strategy. I want to keep my track position. I don't want to have to be working my way up through the cars. Don't feel like that's my strongest suit. Feel like I'm definitely a lot better at defending than I am at making spots up. So we're not even worried about Norris here. He's just going to kind of run off with the lead. Have fun with your win unless you blow up or call a terrible strategy. Or I suppose if we somehow get a safety car at this track, I think that'd be pretty improbable considering how much runoff room and stuff there is at this track. But I do suppose it is possible, though not likely, at this track. Trying to run as fast as we can, so maybe if there's cars with DRS, we can just pull Alonso rather than have a whole train behind us. But at the moment, it's not looking great. Need to have a good run through the S's if that's going to happen for sure. Norris has another fastest lap. Alonso's going to run down the inside. Can I do the crossover? Nope, we get hooked on his rear wing just a little bit. And Alonso gets past us. We may be able to make a move down into this corner down here, up ahead of us, possibly. But that's going to require us to have a really good run here. I don't think it's going to happen here. I can't make a move even from that deep. We are going to have some DRS though, so that may help us out. We should have a pretty good run here. Maybe getting down into this corner here. Ooh, that's still pretty far back. Not a bad run there. If I can stick with them through the rest of the lap, maybe down into turn 1 as well, though that straightaway is not as long, so I don't feel as good about it there. No, he's gone away. I overdrove it. So now we just defend and try to get a podium. I'm not sure how that's going to go there. We get a little warning there for exceeding track limits. We're going to let the McLarens kind of run off with this thing. I'm going to try fight for a podium. We'll see how that all turns out. Because, again, we're holding up a lot of faster guys. We don't necessarily belong this far up in the running order, but I can defend the line pretty well, so we'll see how that works. We're going to have a giant DRS train up in front of us, or back behind us, sorry. So we'll see how that goes. As Sainz is likely, he's not going to quite get to me down this straightaway, but likely on most of the others he will. And consistency is going to be the big thing here, making sure not to make too many mistakes, and hopefully that way I can kind of pull away from some of these guys. Maybe our pit crew can help us out, get us out a little bit in front of these guys as well. That would be helpful. But I know as soon as I say that, they're probably going to make a mistake. So definitely not going to count on anything like that. Sainz is going to have another run down this front straight. We're going to have a dive down into turn 1 at him, though. We're able to make that overtake stick again. We're just diving our nose down in there, not allowing him to rotate back and get the run he needs off that corner, and we're able to just kind of take our time and rotate through. He's going to be really close for this DRS zone, though. He's even having a look down into this corner, and I have a snap of oversteer as well. Not going to help the run here, as we're going to have multiple cars going at us here down into this corner. We're going to have a massive dive.
Don't let them get away from you. One of them might make a mistake, and that lets us back in.
We've got Sainz for outside here. I wasn't sure where he was at first after that corner, but we did get back past both of them. Alonso's not really pulling away as quick as I thought he would. He's not really catching his teammate, but he is slowly getting away from us. I'm surprised we didn't get an exceeding track limits warning there. Likely could have, but apparently they're not very grouchy with us today. Big block there on Sainz. Can run this corner more normally now. Kind of force him out wide.
Green flag.
So we've got a caution down into turn 1 right now. I'm not sure if that was between Sainz and I, or if that was other people getting into it. I definitely went down a gear too low there once again. That allowed them to catch back up some more. Trying to stack up the corner there a little bit and allow myself a good run off while trying to put a gap there. Really going to be at risk from Sainz here. Take a block there, go to inside line. Again, just driving in deep. I don't feel like that was my fault. Okay. Just hope we don't get any time penalties for driving it like that. Big snap of oversteer there. Got to the throttle too early. As now we have Perez right behind us. And he's likely going to have a really good run at us down into turn 1. Maybe able to clear us down the straight, which is not ideal. Again, a snap of oversteer. We are boxing this lap. We're going to go to the defensive. He's definitely clear of us, but we're going to take that inside lane. I went down a bit too far in the gearing, but we're able to make it work. And so far, this has been an absolute masterclass in defending. Thus far, knowing that there's really only 2 spots for them to overtake. 3 if you count this corner right up here. But they have to be really close to even try anything there. Trying to stack them up there. Oh, and they're really close this time. This is not going to be good. I need to get in behind signs, pull some slipstream. I'm able to block off for Verstappen as well. Going to probably get another warning for collision with signs. Surprised we haven't gotten a warning or a time penalty there yet. But I am perfectly okay with it. Let's see here. Really, it's been ideal so far. I could have dealt with not having let Alonso by so quickly, and we have a virtual safety car here as a whole bunch of drivers got into it, getting into the pits. This may help us out a little bit on pit time compared to some of those others we were around. And we get out. Who got in front of us? Stroll? Where did he come from?
Right, drop your speed.
Oh my word.
And we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. That move
Go!
is illegal, I'm afraid, mate. Return the position. Give it back.
My word. I dealt the virtual safety car last another lap. Because I need a new wing. Oh, I just threw points away. And lots of them at that. Yeah, the VSC is ending.
A new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD. Okay, clear.
Oh, I about got another penalty for having overtaken Stroll. So I'm just going to turn him here. Able to overtake him. We're going to be so bad through the high-speed section. I can't even turn through that low speed. We've got... We're so bad. We've got to pit this lap. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Oscar is into the pit
Oh,
lane.
and we've only got you softs left. Alright. I want to go to the softs though. We're so bad right now. And we're going to serve our time penalty here during the pit stop. I just threw away a really good finish. And that was my fault. We're going to be in dead last.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
I don't feel like it was completely my fault though. It's just weird how the pit stops release you. I really hope they fix that in F124. Because a lot of times how they release you at these tracks is just not ideal for the player. you have to know exactly when they're going to release you, and that in order to make the corner or not run into somebody. It's just not ideal for the player at all. I really hope. I've been trying to keep up with the press releases and all that for F124, and I haven't seen anything about that, but I really hope. There's a lot of other changes coming to the game. I really hope they address that. Because not only is it at almost every single track where it's just not a good spot where they release you. It's either in the middle of the corner or it's always something. Even during the practice sessions, it releases you right in the middle of corners and stuff. And if you take your eyes off the screen for 2 seconds, you're done for. I mean, I was trying to make a move on Stroll. Yes, it was probably a bit aggressive, but I'm not even sure how he overtook us in the pit lane either. He had to have been I think he was way behind us before that pit stop, so he would have had a record-breaking stop in order to get back past us. I mean, there should have been no reason he was in front of us. He would have had like a 1.5 second stop, like as his total time he was stopped, because we had a whole bunch of cars behind us that got into it as well. So and we were ahead of all of that. It wasn't like we got involved with any of that, and we should have had a good gap to Stroll. I mean, I'm not aware of him being up near where we were at. I mean, if it would have been Sainz or Perez, it would have made sense. But I've not seen the Aston Martin all race.
We're currently trailing our teammate by 33.2
so I don't.
seconds.
That whole thing is just frustrating to me, because we were running. Yes, we weren't running great, and we probably should have been a little bit lower in third, but we had so much speed that we could have so easily have been able to put ourselves in the points there. Now everyone in front of us is in a DRS train, and I can't catch up to them because of it. It's probably all connected to, or I guess they're not in a DRS train, but still, there's just nothing I can do to catch up either. It's too late for a safety car. It would have to come out in the next 15 seconds or so.
Okay, here's the gap that we're
It would have to come out before Norris gets
2 seconds.
past the start-finish line, and he probably already has. So there's nothing, yeah. I'm going to have to look at the replay to see how Stroll actually got in front of us. Because that just baffles me completely. So 3 laps to go. Again, we're going to finish slow as we can be. Even after having a good run once again. And I'm not sure where the time penalty came from either. I don't know if that was from running the Stroll or if that was because I tried to continue to overtake him. under the virtual safety car. I mean, here's the other thing. Even under a virtual safety car,
4 laps of fuel remaining.
I was still at a positive delta. I was in the green still, even when I got past them, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. Because I've seen where you can, at least under a safety car, especially when you're catching like the safety car queue or whatnot, or when you're still completing your lap, going to the start finish line to go ahead and catch up to the safety car queue. As long as you stay positive in your delta, you're able to overtake cars during that period. So I don't quite know what's up there. I don't feel like I was doing anything wrong there. Yes, it's not exactly, I guess, fair. It's pushing the rules a little bit, but it's still within the rules, I do believe. My delta was positive.
Okay, gaps in the car ahead.
And
10.4 seconds.
even when I was putting my nose in front of me, I mean, the delta was still positive. So, Carlos Sainz is out of the session.
Caution, caution.
So, let's see here. Probably pull off. There he is. Bye-bye. I guess I'll take my top 20 finish, I suppose. Still not going to gain us anything. Ferrari's going up with a terrible day. We've got a DNF and one car outside the points. My only other hope for the race is that Piastri somehow got points out of this as well.
Okay, you just started the
So,
final lap of the race.
guess we'll see how far behind Norris we are. I'm guessing Norris wins here. He was on fire that entire race. Maybe we kind of helped push him out to that lead a little bit. We technically kind of took out Hamilton a little bit, pushed him back, and he actually ended up wrecking in that whole ordeal. Getting on to pit road. Lando Norris does win at COTA, at Texas, at Austin. Circuit of the Americas, whatever you want to call it. Unless someone dies here on the last lap, I'm going to bring it home in 20th. And yeah, sorry for the rant I had there. It's so frustrating because I feel like as soon as you hit the end of the pit road, and maybe it's in my settings, but I feel like as soon as you hit the line for pit road, it should give you control back to the car, but you don't. It just gives you back the control at unpronounced time, or an unannounced time, and doesn't. And Stroll gets.
A truly magnificent drive and a great performance from the entire team, securing victory here in Austin. Our drivers are making their way.
That just upsets me. The fact that he gets driver of the day.
And our after
as
this
well.
round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you
Norris,
pick?
I think
Alonso.
for driver of the day, I'd probably
Verstappen.
pick Lando Norris. He lived up to
There's
every
no
inch
way.
of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
It's time to check out the
Stroll
constructors'
gets
standings.
fourth.
And pulling further ahead in the
Russell,
standings,
Perez,
it's Red Bull.
Gasly,
Well, what an end
Lawson.
to another fantastic weekend of
Piastri
racing.
gets
Thanks to everyone
ninth,
who joined us, and we'll
gets
see
2
you
points
for the
out of
next
that.
one.
Ocon, Magnussen, Sonoda, Hulkenberg, Albon, Bottas, Ricardo, Joe, Leclerc, Sargent, us, and then Sainz and Hamilton with the DNFs. Let's take a look, see what happened with pit stops here. Let's fast forward. I'll go ahead and find it here. Alright, so I'm going into pit. Let's look at this from a different driver. Oh, so already they're... So George Russell took off Lewis Hamilton's wheel. And that causes a huge stack up. Now let's go up to Stroll. So I'm very interested to see what happens here. Because let's actually go back to way before this even happens. He's running in 11th. And gets out in front of us. I'm not even sure how that happens. We had a 2.4 second pit stop, I believe. I don't get how... Unless he just didn't pit. There's no way. I don't know. That's going to be weighing on my mind for quite a while. Hopefully F1 24 fixes the pit stops. Specifically the releases off of the pit stops. Because I've frankly had enough of it. But we'll head back to the main menu. Hopefully all those damages didn't cost us too much money, but we'll see here. We move up a level and a claim. We get our sponsor bonuses. Because we didn't DNF. I also need R&D points. We've got 4 races left. Oh boy. Take a look. Let me get something. I know this is actually I'll do it next episode. Need to get marketing started here. Need to get another part saved in the chassis. That's going to be all for today, guys. I'm just frustrated at the game at the moment. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you don't mind my little rant there. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.